Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Unfortunately, I have to put back one more day, my Halloween wreath DIY because Mother Nature has been dumping rain on us for the past several days and spray painting outdoors is out of the question at the moment. So it did stop raining, but the ground is soaked. So I really would not be able to do it like even now at night anyway. So I thought tonight would be a perfect time to start some slow cooker recipes. And tonight I am going to be showing you guys how to make honey sesame chicken. Now, there's two little things I'm going to be doing a little substitution with. One is something called tamari. I didn't know what in the world tamari was. I thought maybe some sort of Asian seasoning. No, it is actually a fermented, thicker soy sauce. And I only need 2 tablespoons of it, so I'm going to be substituting my reduced sodium soy sauce for that, just because it's a very small amount of the item I need and really not worth me running around. I don't even know if I'd be able to find it in Hazleton, to be quite honest. So I'm going to substitute it with regular soy sauce. Now, the regular soy sauce is thinner. I'm hoping that doesn't really make too much of a difference. And another thing I am going to substitute is tomato paste. I'm going to be using some leftover sauce from my stuffed peppers. I froze it. I figured I could use it in a recipe. So that pretty much is the 2 substitutions that I am actually going to be making with this, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to say that pretty much is the only substitutions. So, first step is heating some, another substitution, my bad, another substitution, sesame oil. I know I would have been able to get that down giant, however, pouring rain, I am not walking from one end of town all the way to the other just to get sesame oil. I know Giant does sell it. So I'm just going to use some regular vegetable oil for that. It's only 2 tablespoons. So the first step will be heating up oil, sauteing garlic and onions. Garlic is going to be 4 cloves minced. So I'm going to be sauteing on the stovetop garlic and onions in the oil until they are soft. So onions, I'm going to need 1/3 cup of an onion. So I guess I'll be getting chopping, huh? So that is my onion and garlic. I decided to cut back from 4 cloves of garlic to just 2. And the reason I made that last minute decision to cut back is because for this recipe, you need 2 pounds of boneless chicken, and I have approximately 1 3/4 pounds. So I'm a tad bit short of 2 pounds. So I thought, okay, to compensate, I'm going to cut back a little bit on the garlic because I think for that amount of chicken that the garlic may actually be overpowering. So I have 2 cloves in here chopped up and 1/3 cup onion. And now I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients I need to add here on top of the stove. Alrighty, so now I'm going to be adding my reduced sodium soy sauce. And that I need 2 tablespoons. So I am going to be going with, okay, let me add that. But, I saved the packets from Chinese food. And we are in luck. Yeah, so that actually evens out to 2 tablespoons. Alrighty, that's a half tablespoon that I was just using. Alrighty, I'm gonna give that a stir. Next, we're adding some honey. A 1/3 cup of honey. Now, I have honey from Dollar Tree. I know it's syrup and honey. Definitely on one of my to-do lists is to actually get some good honey. I think when I do get to PNR, I'm going to get some good organic honey because that is actually really good for you and so good. So darn good in recipes, in tea. So, let me see here how this is going to work. Well, you know what? Let me take the lid off, would make it a little easier for myself. I haven't been using it. Ronnie has actually been using it in tea. Now, like I said, the real honey, the organic honey, I can actually add that to tea, add it to a recipe, and I don't mind the taste. But when it's mixed with syrup and things, the taste, I don't know, just bothers me. And I'm guessing that the honey my grandmother used to get years ago, for whatever reason, there was 2 different kinds. There was Subi honey, and that was actually really good. When I had a sore throat, she used to give me a spoonful or 2 of that, and that was really tasty and really good in tea. Yeah, my grandma used to give me a lot of tea when I was sick with breakfast, with toast and eggs and French toast, yes. Yeah. But there was another kind she used to get, and I guess it was like something of a cheaper kind of honey. And it used to actually turn my stomach, so I don't know. Alrighty, so let me get this all out of here. Going to be fun washing that out. Yeah. Oh boy. Alrighty, so let me stir that up. Now I'm putting this back on a lower temperature. Alright, next is some freshly grated ginger. And we've gotten in the habit of buying ginger from the Spanish store. So I only need a half of a teaspoon. If you have never actually tried fresh ginger, I highly recommend it. I really, really do. It is amazing in recipes. I use it in my cod fillets, and oh my goodness, really adds a nice flavor. And in a cup of tea, it's really, really good. Good for your stomach. Good for if you have a bad head cold or flu. Add it to tea. And just a little bit of grated ginger in soups. Adds a nice hint of flavor too. So I'm just grating, as I said, a little bit of that. Yeah, that should be good. And just stirring that into the mix as well. Alrighty. Next is my red pepper flakes. Now this says 1/3 of a teaspoon. And that's going to be a little bit tricky. So I'm going to try to guesstimate here. There. Stirring that in as well. A tablespoon of my sesame seeds. These are my sesame seeds. I got them from the little Spanish supermarket, Mi Terra. And like I said, they have really good prices on all kinds of seasonings. Oh my goodness. They have practically a whole aisle almost devoted to so many seasonings. A lot of them that I don't even see in the supermarkets. For example, like anise. The star-shaped anise, like, wow, I remember my gram getting that for anisette cookies, things like that. So they really do carry a really good variety of seasonings, and they're very reasonably priced. Okie dokie. So just gonna mix that in there. Now it says the tablespoon of tomato paste. Well, as I said, I had sauce left over from when I made the stuffed peppers. So I'm going to actually be using that. So I need a tablespoon of this. I'm using a 1/2 tablespoon measure. So there's a tablespoon of that. Stirring that in good. Now see, that is looking like in the recipe, yeah. Now here's where I also decided last minute to make a switch. This is a 1/4 cup of water. And I thought, again, because of the amount of chicken that I do have, I thought I'm going to switch it up, and instead of the 1/4 cup of water, I'm going to go with a cup of this sauce instead. So that is looking and actually smelling really good. Yeah, I have a little bit of a mess on my stove, but I'm not worried about that. So that needs to just simmer. And while that's simmering, I am going to be opening up my cornstarch. And I'm going to need 1½ teaspoons of cornstarch. That is to thicken the sauce up and then it's going to simmer for another 2-3 minutes. Now, supposed to whisk the cornstarch into the sauce. So, 1.5 teaspoons. Alrighty. So I'm going to add 1 and a half. And I'm just going to turn this down. And as the recipe says, whisk the cornstarch in and just allow the sauce to thicken. Alrighty. Doesn't say to keep whisking, but you know what? I'm gonna give it a little bit more. It sure smells good. I'm telling you that. It really, really does. Like, wow. Alrighty, so now my cut up boneless chicken breast is going to go into the bottom of my slow cooker first. And then I'm going to pour my sauce over the top. This does smell very, very good. Now, being that this is going to be my dinner for tomorrow, Ronnie and I actually ate some leftovers tonight. We had pizza and chicken wings yesterday, the buffalo wings. Some friends came over, and the day before I made the Gorton's fish fillets. So we actually were eating leftovers tonight, so I decided to put this in the fridge when this is cooled down later, and I'm going to serve it over some, I think, udon noodles tomorrow. I think the sesame chicken would be absolutely amazing over that. So now all I've got to do is decide what temperature to put it on, and I'm going to go with high. It's only a little less than 2 pounds of chicken, so I really think that it'll be ready to basically sample in 2 hours. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Now, for garnish on top of it when it's actually ready to be eaten, I add some more sesame seeds and cut up a green onion. I really wish you could smell this, like, oh my goodness. Ronnie said that this has such a good taste. And I take his word for it. As you can see, there's my extra sesame seed, and there is my green onion. All right, Ronnie, so what did you think of the chicken?
The sauce definitely has a honey and what else did you say was in it? Soy flavor to it. But I do have another piece of it, so hold on, give me.
How do you think that will be over the udon noodles tomorrow? Because that's going to be dinner tomorrow. Ronnie likes
it should complement it. It should complement it nicely. Personally, that's how I think. But yeah, no, this is amazing.
All right, guys. So, there you
It has
have
my approval. And I'm a garbage can. I'm honestly going to just
Well,
lay
guys,
down
there you
because-
have it. And my son gave it a big thumbs up and his seal of approval. So that is one recipe so far from that Dollar Tree Slow Cooker Recipes Cookbook. We will be eating it tomorrow, like I said, over Japanese noodles. I thought it would be good in a way to make that tonight. And then tomorrow I can just put it back in here and warm it up. I'm going to leave this, it's turned off now, I'm going to leave this cool down, and then before I actually go to sleep, I'm just going to keep it in the fridge. And, I mean, it smelled amazing with the sauce and everything as the chicken was cooking in it, and I thought, yeah, this definitely seems like it'll be good. Well, guys, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, hit my subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone. I will see you all on the next one. Good night.